What if I told you that ancient Egyptians had a step-by-step guide to the afterlife? A guide so detailed that missing a single line could trap your soul forever. This wasn't just a myth or legend, it was a meticulously crafted text known as the Book of the Dead. But what exactly is the Book of the Dead? Who wrote this ancient manuscript, and why did Egyptians believe it held the power to grant eternal life? For centuries, this collection of spells, incantations, and rituals was placed in tombs alongside mummies, serving as a map for the soul's perilous journey through the underworld. To the ancient Egyptians, death wasn't the end. It was merely the beginning of a treacherous voyage filled with trials and judgments. The Book of the Dead was their ultimate survival guide, ensuring that the deceased could navigate the afterlife, overcome supernatural obstacles, and ultimately stand before Osiris in the Hall of Judgment. This ancient text, woven into the very fabric of Egyptian culture, reveals their deepest fears, hopes, and beliefs about life after death. In this video, we'll explore every story, spell, and secret within the Book of the Dead, leaving no detail behind. The origins of the Egyptian Book of the Dead can be traced back to the pyramid texts of the Old Kingdom, the oldest known religious texts inscribed on the walls of royal tombs, dating as far back as the Pyramid of Unas around 2400 BCE. These early inscriptions, reserved exclusively for pharaohs, provided spells to protect the deceased king's soul and ensure his ascension to the afterlife, reflecting the deeply held belief that the pharaoh's fate was intrinsically tied to the prosperity of the entire kingdom. Over time, these sacred writings evolved into the coffin texts during the Middle Kingdom, around 2000 BCE, expanding their accessibility beyond royalty to high-ranking officials and the wealthy elite. Written on coffins and sarcophagi, these texts included additional spells and protective charms, reflecting the growing complexity of ancient Egyptian beliefs about the afterlife and an increasing desire among the elite to secure their own safe passage. The coffin texts introduced new concepts such as the terrifying lake of fire and the notion of a final judgment, setting the stage for the more comprehensive Book of the Dead that would follow. By the New Kingdom period, around 1550 BCE, this evolving body of funerary literature culminated in what we now call the Book of the Dead, a collection of around 200 spells meticulously transcribed on papyrus scrolls, often lavishly illustrated with vibrant scenes depicting the soul's journey through Duat, the Egyptian underworld. This period saw a surge in the production of personalized books of the dead, tailored to individual needs, with scribes like Annie, whose papyrus is one of the most famous surviving examples, playing a crucial role in shaping our understanding of this ancient text. The Papyrus of Annie, now housed in the British Museum, offers a detailed glimpse into the afterlife beliefs of the time, with spell 125, the weighing of the heart, being one of its most iconic sections. Scribes, often associated with temples, meticulously crafted each scroll, ensuring that every spell, invocation, and plea to the gods was precise, as even the slightest error could jeopardize the soul's eternal fate. The evolution of the Book of the Dead was influenced by both religious and socio-political changes. As Egypt experienced periods of unification, foreign invasions, and dynastic shifts, its religious practices evolved, incorporating new deities, rituals, and cosmological views. This fluidity is evident in the book's diverse content, which merges older pyramid and coffin texts with newer spells that reflect the New Kingdom's theological landscape. Deities like Osiris, the god of the afterlife, and Anubis, the jackal-headed god of mummification, became central figures, while Ma'at, the goddess of truth and balance, embodied the moral code that every soul had to uphold. The Book of the Dead reflects the culmination of centuries of religious evolution, influenced by political changes, shifts in cultural beliefs, and the Egyptians' profound fear of the unknown. As these texts became more widespread, they not only offered spiritual guidance, but also provided historians with invaluable insights into ancient Egyptian society, their views on mortality, and their unwavering faith in an afterlife governed by a strict moral code. The transition from inscriptions on tomb walls to portable papyrus scrolls marked a significant shift in funerary practices, highlighting the democratization of the afterlife, where eternal peace was no longer the exclusive privilege of kings, but a possibility for all who could afford the sacred text. The meticulous craftsmanship of the Book of the Dead also sheds light on the lives of ancient scribes, whose painstaking labor ensured that the deceased were well equipped for their perilous journey. Figures like Thoth, the ibis-headed god of writing and knowledge, were often invoked for their divine assistance in ensuring the accuracy of these texts. This historical evolution underscores the Egyptians' deep-seated belief in the afterlife and their relentless quest to prepare for it, making the Book of the Dead not just a religious manuscript, but a timeless testament to humanity's universal desire for immortality. Each line, each symbol, and each spell in the Book of the Dead represents a profound intersection of faith, art, and literature, capturing the essence of a civilization that, though long gone, continues to fascinate and inspire us today. The Egyptian Book of the Dead is a collection of spells, prayers, and incantations meticulously arranged into various chapters, each serving a specific purpose in guiding the deceased through the afterlife. Far from being a single, unified text, the book is an anthology of funerary literature that evolved over centuries, with different versions containing varying numbers of spells, some with as few as 100 and others with over 200. These spells were categorized into sections that addressed distinct phases of the soul's journey, from leaving the tomb and avoiding malevolent forces to facing judgment and ultimately achieving eternal life. Each chapter played a crucial role, ensuring that the deceased had the necessary knowledge to counter threats, appeal to divine beings, and secure safe passage through the various realms of Duat, the Egyptian underworld. Among the most notable sections is the Weighing of the Heart, a pivotal chapter that describes the deceased standing before Osiris and the 42 judges, declaring their innocence through the negative confessions, a list of denials of sins such as theft, murder, and blasphemy. This chapter not only reveals the moral framework of ancient Egyptian society, but also emphasizes the significance of truth and purity in their spiritual beliefs, highlighting their deep-seated fear of moral corruption and its consequences in the afterlife. Each confession served as both a defense and a declaration of the deceased's adherence to the principles of Ma'at, the goddess of truth and balance. Another critical component is the Papyrus of Ani, one of the most well-preserved and detailed versions of the book, discovered in the 19th century and now housed in the British Museum. This papyrus, commissioned for a scribe named Ani, offers an unparalleled glimpse into the structure of the book, featuring elaborate illustrations and hieroglyphic texts that detail the various spells needed to overcome obstacles in Duat. Its vivid depictions of the weighing of the heart ceremony, where Anubis weighs Ani's heart against the feather of Ma'at, while Thoth records the outcome, have become iconic representations of ancient Egyptian beliefs. Each chapter served as a tool, a weapon, or a plea, reflecting the Egyptians' need for order, preparation, and divine intervention, making the Book of the Dead one of the most comprehensive religious texts of the ancient world. The Egyptian Book of the Dead is a collection of spells, prayers, and incantations meticulously arranged into various chapters, each serving a specific purpose in guiding the deceased through the afterlife. Far from being a single, unified text, the book is an anthology of funerary literature that evolved over centuries, with different versions containing varying numbers of spells, some with as few as 100 and others with over 200. These spells were categorized into sections that addressed distinct phases of the soul's journey, from leaving the tomb and avoiding malevolent forces to facing judgment and ultimately achieving eternal life. Each chapter played a crucial role, ensuring that the deceased had the necessary knowledge to counter threats, appeal to divine beings, and secure safe passage through the various realms of Duat, the Egyptian underworld. Among the most notable sections is the Weighing of the Heart, a pivotal chapter that describes the deceased standing before Osiris and the 42 judges, declaring their innocence through the negative confessions, a list of denials of sins such as theft, murder, and blasphemy. This chapter not only reveals the moral framework of ancient Egyptian society, but also emphasizes the significance of truth and purity in their spiritual beliefs, highlighting their deep-seated fear of moral corruption and its consequences in the afterlife. Each confession served as both a defense and a declaration of the deceased's adherence to the principles of Ma'at, the goddess of truth and balance. Another critical component is the Papyrus of Ani, one of the most well-preserved and detailed versions of the book, discovered in the 19th century and now housed in the British Museum. This papyrus, commissioned for a scribe named Ani, offers an unparalleled glimpse into the structure of the book, featuring elaborate illustrations and hieroglyphic texts that detail the various spells needed to overcome obstacles in Duat. Its vivid depictions of the weighing of the heart ceremony, where Anubis weighs Ani's heart against the feather of Ma'at, while Thoth records the outcome, have become iconic representations of ancient Egyptian beliefs. Each chapter served as a tool, a weapon, or a plea, reflecting the Egyptians' need for order, preparation, and divine intervention, making the Book of the Dead one of the most comprehensive religious texts of the ancient world. The Egyptian Book of the Dead played an essential role in ancient Egyptian funerary practices, offering a comprehensive guide for the soul's journey through the afterlife. At its core, the text detailed the numerous rituals and stories that accompanied the deceased from the moment of death to their final judgment and beyond. One of the most captivating aspects of the book is its vivid portrayal of the journey through Duat, the underworld, where the soul faced a series of challenges, including crossing treacherous rivers, bypassing fearsome guardians, and answering complex questions posed by divine beings. The book provided the spells and knowledge necessary to overcome these obstacles, reflecting the Egyptians' belief in a perilous yet structured afterlife. Central to these stories were deities like Anubis, who guided souls and oversaw the mummification process, and Osiris, the ruler of the underworld, who presided over the weighing of the heart ceremony. This ritual, one of the most iconic in Egyptian mythology, determined a soul's fate based on its purity. The deceased's heart was weighed against the feather of Ma'at, and if it balanced, the soul was granted eternal life. If not, it was devoured by Ammit. The book also included spells for practical rituals, such as the opening of the mouth, which ensured that the deceased could speak, eat, and breathe in the afterlife. Each story and ritual highlighted in the Book of the Dead not only provided a narrative for the afterlife journey, but also served as a testament to the Egyptians' deep reverence for death and the afterlife. The text's rich tapestry of mythological tales, from the creation myths involving Ra and Isis to the legends of resurrection and rebirth, offered comfort and assurance to the living that death was not the end, but a continuation of existence in a divine realm. Every spell, story, and ritual within the Book of the Dead underscored the importance of preparation, knowledge, and divine favor, making it an indispensable companion for the deceased and an invaluable artifact for understanding the spiritual and cultural fabric of ancient Egypt. The weighing of the heart ceremony is perhaps the most iconic and profound aspect of the Egyptian Book of the Dead, embodying the core of ancient Egyptian beliefs about morality, justice, and the afterlife. In this critical ritual, the heart of the deceased, believed to be the seat of emotions, intellect, and character, was weighed against the feather of Ma'at, the goddess of truth, balance, and cosmic order. The ceremony took place in the Hall of Two Truths, where Osiris, the god of the afterlife, presided over the judgment, flanked by Anubis, the jackal-headed guide of souls, and Thoth, the ibis-headed scribe who meticulously recorded the outcome. The heart had to be lighter than the feather to ensure the deceased's acceptance into the blissful field of reeds, an eternal paradise mirroring the best aspects of earthly life. If the heart was weighed down by sins, it was devoured by Ammit, a fearsome creature with the head of a crocodile, the body of a lion, and the hindquarters of a hippopotamus, condemning the soul to eternal oblivion. This ceremony underscored the importance of leading a virtuous life, as the heart's weight reflected the individual's deeds, thoughts, and intentions. The negative confessions recited by the deceased during this ritual listed 42 declarations of innocence, such as, "I have not stolen," "I have not lied, and I have not caused pain," reflecting the moral code that governed ancient Egyptian society. The Book of the Dead provided the precise words and actions required for this crucial moment, ensuring that the deceased could confidently affirm their purity and righteousness. The vivid depictions of the weighing of the heart found in papyri, like the Papyrus of Ani, highlight the meticulous attention to detail in ancient Egyptian art and the profound significance of this ritual in their spiritual framework. The ceremony served as both a divine judgment and a moral guide, reinforcing the belief that one's actions in life had eternal consequences. It also illustrated the Egyptians' deep fear of chaos and their unwavering commitment to Ma'at, the principle of harmony that governed both the cosmos and human existence. The weighing of the heart remains a timeless symbol of justice and accountability, making it one of the most memorable and enduring elements of the Egyptian Book of the Dead. The Egyptian Book of the Dead has left an indelible mark on history, influencing not only ancient Egyptian culture but also modern understandings of death, the afterlife, and spiritual practices. Its legacy is evident in the way ancient Egyptians approached death with meticulous preparation, believing that a well-prepared soul could achieve immortality through the guidance provided by this sacred text. The book's influence extended beyond religious rituals, shaping Egyptian art, architecture, and literature, as tombs were adorned with spells and scenes from the text, and artisans meticulously crafted papyri that depicted the journey through Duat. Over time, as Egypt's political landscape changed, the Book of the Dead adapted, incorporating new deities, evolving beliefs, and shifting societal values, reflecting the dynamic nature of ancient Egyptian spirituality. Its rediscovery in the modern era, particularly with the excavation of papyri like the Papyrus of Ani, sparked immense interest among historians, archaeologists, and scholars, providing unparalleled insights into ancient Egyptian life, death, and religion. The book's influence can be seen in contemporary works of fiction, films, and art that explore themes of the afterlife, judgment, and spiritual redemption. Moreover, the moral code embedded in the negative confessions resonates with ethical teachings across various cultures, highlighting universal themes of truth, justice, and accountability. The Book of the Dead also set a precedent for later religious texts that guided souls through the afterlife, drawing parallels with works like the Tibetan Book of the Dead and Dante's Inferno. Its rich tapestry of mythology, philosophy, and practical guidance continues to captivate modern audiences, serving as a bridge between the ancient and contemporary worlds. The meticulous detail with which ancient Egyptians prepared for the afterlife, as reflected in the Book of the Dead, underscores their profound belief in an eternal journey governed by divine order. Today, the Book of the Dead stands not only as a historical artifact, but also as a testament to humanity's enduring quest to understand and transcend death, making it a timeless source of fascination, inspiration, and scholarly inquiry. The Egyptian Book of the Dead stands as a remarkable testament to the ancient Egyptians' profound beliefs about death, the afterlife, and the soul's eternal journey. Its intricate collection of spells, stories, and rituals reveals a civilization deeply invested in ensuring that every individual, regardless of status, had a chance at immortality. From the perilous voyage through Duat to the iconic weighing of the heart ceremony, the Book of the Dead offers a captivating glimpse into the fears, hopes, and spiritual sophistication of ancient Egypt. Its legacy endures not only through its historical significance, but also through its influence on modern culture, inspiring countless works of literature, art, and cinema. As we unravel the mysteries of this ancient text, we gain a deeper appreciation for the universal human quest to understand what lies beyond death. If you found this exploration of the Egyptian Book of the Dead fascinating, don't forget to like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the world's most intriguing histories and mysteries. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next adventure.